Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started.
Chelsea already know their next move after Chavi Simons, as 6 transfers are lined up in a stunning summer window. The best team in transfers. Watch what is happening on this transfer market saga. Chelsea, the kings of the transfer window, are once again stealing the headlines and making moves with ruthless precision. It's not just about signing names anymore, it's about shaping a team built for dominance, depth, and immediate success. After all, Enzo Maresca's blueprint is clear: rebuild the Blues into a formidable, balanced force on all fronts. With 7 deals already confirmed, Chelsea's summer has barely warmed up, and yet their intentions are as loud as ever. From the moment Chelsea secured Champions League qualification and lifted the UEFA Conference League trophy, there's been a shift in mood at Stamford Bridge. The club, now back among Europe's elite, knew that this summer had to be transformative. It wasn't just about signing young prospects or flashy attackers. It was about strengthening in every department, planning long-term, and ensuring that every piece fits Maresca's intricate, high-pressing football philosophy. And now, with RB Leipzig playmaker Chavi Simons nearing a move to West London, the dominoes are starting to fall into place. The Simons deal sparks more action. Football London understands that Chelsea are deep in negotiations with RB Leipzig for the Dutch playmaker, with talks intensifying this week. Although a bid is yet to be formally tabled, Leipzig have made their stance clear: around £60 million will be needed to prize Simons away. It's a fee Chelsea are carefully considering, especially with the player reportedly keen on the move and personal terms said to be close to agreed. Simons' arrival won't just be another big name added to the roster, it's the beginning of Chelsea's attacking reshuffle, and the first domino in what could be an explosive transfer chain. 6 deals in motion, the major shake-up begins. The Chavi Simons transfer is expected to open the door for a flurry of incoming and outgoing moves, as Marresca seeks to streamline his squad. The Blues have already made waves with the signings of João Pedro, the versatile Brazilian forward from Brighton; Liam Delap, the powerful striker from Manchester City; Jamie Bino-Gittens, who was lured from Borussia Dortmund; Estevao Willian and Kendry Porres, 2 of South America's most electric teenagers; Mamadou Sarr and Dario Esugo, defensive midfield and defensive prodigies respectively. And yet, with these additions, it's clear Chelsea are planning exits just as actively. Among the next senior players expected to leave include João Felix, who is close to joining Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia in a £43.7 million move; Nicolas Jackson, whose future remains uncertain amid interest from La Liga and the Bundesliga; Christopher Nkunku, with expectations that he could depart this summer following injury setbacks and tactical misalignment under Maresca; Raheem Sterling, no longer considered untouchable as Chelsea embrace youth and intensity; Marc Guiu, who may be loaned or sold if minutes are hard to come by; Axel Disasi, the French defender reportedly being eyed by Serie A clubs. Eze back on the table, Simons' alternative or addition. With all this activity swirling around the club, one name that refuses to disappear from the radar is Eberechi Eze. The Crystal Palace attacker, long admired by top clubs, has found himself at the centre of another Chelsea revival. Initially, Arsenal had expressed interest in the England international, but their reluctance to meet Palace's asking price has opened the door wide for Chelsea. Arsenal, despite needing a player like Eze to spark creativity behind their striker, are unwilling to submit a high bid, especially after their failed chase for Eze last summer. And with Leipzig still holding firm on Simons, Chelsea have quickly reactivated their interest in the Palace star, this time with real intent. Sources close to the situation now reveal that Chelsea have agreed personal terms with Eze today, and a deal with Palace is extremely close. The Blues want to wrap up this move swiftly, knowing that adding a Premier League proven, homegrown talent is a crucial piece of the depth puzzle. Eze's agility, vision, and tactical intelligence fit perfectly into Maresca's pressing and counter-attacking system. Departures to fund final moves. Chelsea are also preparing to balance the books. The club are walking a tightrope with financial fair play, but the expected sales of João Felix, Jackson, and possibly Nkunku will allow the Blues to reinvest strategically. It's not just about stockpiling young stars, it's about creating a squad with balance, readiness, and firepower. With Garnacho still being linked, and Morgan Rogers under watch, the idea is clear. Even if Simons is secured, Chelsea want one more attacking reinforcement if the likes of Nkunku and Jackson do indeed leave. It would be a signal of intent, not just for next season, but for a future of relentless domination. Chelsea's plan is different this time. Unlike previous windows where panic buys and bloated squads became the norm, Chelsea are now methodical, ruthless, and proactive. Every incoming deal has been premeditated, every exit part of a grander scheme. The days of chaos at Stamford Bridge are over. Enzo Maresca's plan is in motion. Simons is close. Eze is nearly done. A fire sale is coming. The squad is transforming. Chelsea aren't just building a team for this season, they're crafting a dynasty. And if the rest of Europe isn't watching yet, they will be soon. Madueke was an active part of Chelsea's campaign at the FIFA Club World Cup in the United States, a competition that concluded in mid-July. The winger featured in the semi-final against Fluminense but was noticeably absent from the final clash against Paris Saint-Germain, where Chelsea won convincingly. While many initially believed this absence was due to rotation or injury, it soon became clear that transfer talks with Arsenal had reached an advanced stage, and his omission was a protective measure. However, a lesser-known but critical FIFA regulation has since come into play. Players are entitled to a minimum of 3 consecutive weeks of rest after completing their last official match or international duty. This is non-negotiable and designed to protect players' physical and mental well-being, especially with the intense modern football calendar. Madueke's final official match was in early July, meaning he cannot report for training, undergo full medical evaluations, or sign official documents with a new club until the 3-week rest period expires. This has created an unusual situation. The deal is, for all intents and purposes, done, fee agreed, personal terms aligned, the player is keen, and the club wants him. But the final announcement, shirt presentation, media rounds, and integration into Arsenal's pre-season plans have all been paused due to timing. From Arsenal's perspective, this isn't a setback, it's a calculated delay. Arteta and sporting director Edu Gaspar are known for their attention to detail and discipline when it comes to squad management. Rather than pushing the envelope and risking complications, they've decided to wait out the necessary period. This also aligns with their long-term vision. They're not signing Madueke just for the next few pre-season friendlies, they're signing him to be a vital part of the club's future. TalkSport claims that Jackson, who joined Chelsea from Villarreal just last summer, is one of the options being considered by Eddie Howe's recruitment team. The Magpies are reportedly compiling a shortlist that also includes RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, but Jackson is seen as a versatile forward who could slot into various attacking setups. However, some within the football world have already raised concerns about such a move. Writing for Football.London, Isaac Silakan expressed skepticism. Let's be honest, Jackson would be a huge downgrade on Isaac. The Magpies would be mad to replace their key player with him unless he is used as a backup option to someone like Benjamin Sesko. Jackson had a mixed debut campaign at Stamford Bridge. While he showed flashes of raw talent, especially with his off-the-ball movement and pressing ability, his finishing and composure often drew criticism. Mauricio Pochettino, who left Chelsea at the end of last season, publicly praised Jackson's potential but urged for more consistency. If Chelsea do consider allowing Jackson to leave, it might suggest they are preparing for another striker signing or shifting faith toward the growing influence of academy graduates or players like João Pedro, who has already